bullshit. COVID. Nah, it's just a crumb in my throat. Can't get rid of it. We were going to do some Apex. Oh shit! I forgot. But let's be like Fish, who just copies me. So let's just copy him. You fucking wanker. What gets me, mate? What else do you want to copy? Want to copy the underpants that I'm fucking wearing? Because I tell you now, they're just jocks, they're not boxers, so if you don't wear jocks, you won't be able to copy them. What a fuckwit. Seriously, I saw it last night, and just absolute fucking stupidity. Just didn't show. You know, he's copied this, he's copied that. 12 Days of Christmas, he copied that. He went, and he didn't end up doing it, because I said, oi, that's my idea. Okay? And I had better fucking prizes than him. And actually he won a prize, but I never fucking sent it to him because I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker, because the next day he fucking screwed me over. Right? And the other thing is, you know, he's, you know, all of a sudden doing spin the wheel, which we've been doing for fucking God knows how long. Okay, a lot of streamers do use it. Regardless of the fact, it just seems very, very a coincidence that he's then using what we use, because he can't think of his own ideas. Soon he'll be doing giveaways of basketball cards. You watch. But he won't do that because he has to pay the postage on it, because I paid for the postage. Apex had a 30 gig wait. So I'm like, well, that can stay at 30 gig wait because I'm not going to. Well, it's sitting there. It's going pretty quick. Might be able to play some Apex later, but see how it goes because I'm really tired. I got fuck all sleep last night. I'm really struggling with sleep. So, and it's because of my sleep apnea. We've worked it out. And I went to the doctors today, and you know, it is what it is. So we go from there. But you know, I'm not sure what I'm meant to do. I really don't know. Do you know what I mean? I need to boil a kettle. Here's my coffee. Is shit. Nice and sunny out there, Jack. Take someone for a W8LK. Maybe. So we'll see what happens tomorrow at work chat as well. If this fuckhead's going to be a pain in the ass, because you know what, I'm just going to let him talk his bullshit. And then he'll say, oh, you right there? And I said, yeah. Well, why haven't you interrupted me? Because I got told not to. By you. You're the boss, remember? I keep forgetting that. Regardless of the fact, we'll see what happens, what he says, what he does. Could be pretty nice and polite and Mario and offer me the job, and I say thank you very much, I'll take it. Yeah, he's probably sleeping on it.
Check your gear and weapons. Planes are making ready for deployment.
Alright, let's check out gear and weapons. Let's go. Let's turn this up really loud, okay. Enemy dropping in the AO.
Enough practice. Time for the real thing.
Don't want to disturb the princess.
Battle Royale. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone.
Hey, can't close it. Yes, yes, twice. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. It's fucking pissed me off though. Yeah, I can't play Apex. But I don't mind playing Warzone.
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
Yep. What's going on, Brucey? What's cracking, Lucky? You're having problems with your Twitch, aren't you? I don't know why it logged you out, I don't understand. You're not on any other device. Fuck, I feel tired already. This is what happened to me the other day. I was playing, I couldn't concentrate. Couldn't concentrate. So Fish, what do you think of my sunglasses? Fucking loser. Can't believe you actually fucking... You know, if I pull my pants down and show my cock, you're going to do that too? We'd have to get a microphone glass to see it. So.
Be advised, there's an enemy team hunting you.
No, there's not. Don't lie. No such thing. I can't believe I've got this. I'm tired already. Right, so it's... Oh, they're hunting me. Okay. Fucking hell, man. Fucking shit. How did I do that?
Moving ground.
It was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
gulag. Survive and you can redeploy. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Time to earn your freedom, soldier. Stand by for redeployment. Enemy soldier incoming. They hit us hard that time, but we'll settle the score.
You can fall down a fucking mountain and not die, right? You can fall off a building and die. Right, I knew he was coming, I could hear him, but I just had to get that other gun, because that gun wouldn't have done it.
Get yourself sorted. We'll be deploying shortly.
Self-sorted, we're deploying shortly. Get yourself sorted. Get yourself fucking sorted.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Warm up's done. Time to kick this off.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it, bitches.
Gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Engage all targets.
Dropping in the AO. Dropping in the AO.
I take the wheel.
UAV overhead. We've got gas moving in.
No time to sleep on the job.
Fight to earn redeployment. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Time to earn your freedom, soldier. Got roughed up in there, we're bringing you home. They hit us hard that time, but we'll settle the score.
Does anyone need this?
Oh, hi there. I wonder if someone can give me a call back. Matthew Hampton, 0432 551 090. I went and saw a doctor this morning. It's Sunday morning. You're not open, but that's fine. I do need... she's done a referral. Her name is Alphabet. I can't say her name. So she's from the medical practice on Phillip Highway at Elizabeth there, and just down the road from my house. So I've got a record number here. It's 125585. So if someone can give me a call back tomorrow, that'd be good. 0432 551 090. I didn't think you would be working today, but I thought I'd give it a punt and we'll see what happens. All right, thank you. Bye. Dropping into the AO. Dropping in the AO.
Grab some target practice while you can. We're deploying soon. Enough practice. Time for the real thing. Battle Royale. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone. Eliminate all targets in the AO.
I don't know. There's no epic link so far that we're aware of. We really need the whole genome sequence, which I hope we'll get by tomorrow morning.
How can you restrict people travelling from Cairns back down into or outside of those areas by plane? Are you concerned that people will come out of that area back down into the southeast Queensland?
Well, that's why we've got lockdown requirements in place. Would you like to speak to them? And I'm so grateful to these families because we're seeing more students still become positive, and that just shows that although Delta usually spreads more quickly, it still does have a longer, that full length of the incubation period. So we've got 4 related to Ironside, one of them a student, 3 household contacts in different households, 2 related to Brisbane Boys Grammar, again another student, and then a close contact, and then another
Objective is to eliminate the bounty
class, and that's a household contact. So I was a little bit surprised to still see students becoming positive. So these students had tested negative when they first went into quarantine and then have subsequently become positive. So that's why it's so critical that these 11,000 people don't think, oh, well, I'm coming towards the end of my incubation period, it's no longer a worry. It is. So it's absolutely critical that all of these people just remain in home quarantine until they complete the days.
Enemy
the
dropping
thing that
into the
I am
AO.
concerned about for the well-being of these people is that as you get another positive case in the household, that means the quarantine for everyone else in that household starts again another 14 days. So this is really tough for those people. So I only want sport to happen within schools, in their school
John is down. Well done. Enemy UAV on there.
Given where we're seeing this outbreak, it has been related to schools. I don't want community sport to go ahead. It brings a whole lot of different people from different parts. But I'm fine if it's within yes, because in community sport, you actually come close to the virus so community sport, we've got to remember we're not dealing with the variant we dealt with a year ago. So the strategies we had in place a year ago won't work now. We've had to
They won't work now.
That's why for the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks are critical.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom.
Just come forward and get this. The target, I just need to... Yes, we've got...
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Time to earn your freedom, soldier.
Staff designated have been absolutely brilliant. We asked them, they're ramped up. So he worked
We're bringing you home.
Fuck off!
Your team can still play you back if they have the cash. Lost that one, but we'll come back stronger next time.
He's also been out and about, leagues, clubbing, cans. We'll be putting up all of this on our website. So he has, of course, been out and about.
Victoria was going to celebrate the end of their lockdown a day later. They have done lockdown.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with the state that? And then secondly, how comfortable are you supposed to be in what lies ahead?
Look, I think that's a really good question. I think, in terms of we are dealing with the world pandemic and we're seeing Delta strain take hold in countries all around the world. We have to go as a chief health officer about going hard and going fast. And, whilst today we should be very pleased that we're going into that next fortnight, I think Queensland should be under no illusion that we just don't know when the outbreak is going to be. So that is why it is absolutely imperative to wear your mask. If you're sick, go and get tested. And when it's your turn, go and get vaccinated. This is absolutely critical. And I can assure you, from the National Cabinet meeting we had on Friday, every single state and territory is on board with this strategy. Every single state and territory and the Commonwealth.
How would you say in quarantine? Sort of have an appreciation for how hard it is?
I have a great appreciation. I think, honestly, our staff are incredible. So from the moment you see the police give you your directions notice, the health staff also contact you whilst you're in quarantine, check on how you are going, which is fantastic. Remembering a lot of people may not have a lot of friends and family and would find it very confronting. And it's very important to keep in contact, I think, with people. So it was great also to get to see the nurses come to do the COVID tests. I mean, that's probably the only time I actually saw people during that time. I was very grateful, and look, our workers out there are doing an extraordinary job, and also to the hotel staff. It is great work, and thousands of people have gone through hotel quarantine like I So you just have to take the advice as it comes. But until we get to that 70 to 80% vaccination, and I'll be talking more about vaccination over the next couple of days when we look at setting up a couple of big centres, because we really want to drive those vaccination rates up. And of course that's dependent on supply. And I do thank the federal government for bringing forward that 112,000 doses, and we want to get that out the door as quickly as possible. And like you've seen today, we've also prioritised our teachers, all of our school staff, our retail workers, our fly-in, fly-out workers to get their vaccinations as quickly as possible. Sorry. Oh, I'm disappointed. He's disappointed in himself, but you know, he's got to go through the court processes now, so I'm not going to talk about that publicly.
I have a question about the border
I'll
zone.
just also say one sorry, and just in relation to the Olympics, the Lord Mayor and I will be talking about that on Tuesday. We agreed that the health issues were far more important today. I thank everyone for their support, but we'll go into more detail about that on Tuesday. I think people can appreciate that. Yeah, we'll be talking about that over the next couple of days. I'll give you an update tomorrow.
Just on the border zone space, if I can, the lockdown there in particular for the adjoining Armidale LGAs, we've spoken about this over the last couple of days. Are there any changes to restrictions for the border bubble? Secondly, you do get the test results, I think you said, in the morning for wastewater, particularly for Coffs Harbour. Has there been anything in the last 24 hours, and how up to date are those test results?
Thank you. Very important question. So Coffs Harbour has tested negative several times since we had that positive. So New South Wales is not concerned about Coffs Harbour at this point. Armidale, there was one individual who returned from university in Newcastle, where they've had quite a number of cases now, who went home and infected a household member. But at this stage, they haven't seen any other cases. I mean, I'll get more information when PPC meets at 1 o'clock today. But yesterday when I spoke with my colleagues, I hadn't seen any more cases. But a bit like I've advised about Cairns, they went very early, very hard lockdown. So we'll just have to see what happens over the next few days. It's meant that I haven't felt that we need to change anything in that border zone, remembering that Armidale isn't in the border zone and south of it. So I'm reasonably comfortable that the border zone as it stands is safe at the moment, and we've been doing all of that work with New South Wales, and New South Wales has asked their residents who are in the border zone, they come into Queensland, when they go back to the border zone in New South Wales, they need to stay at home for 14 days. And that's coming back into Queensland, because we're actually a higher risk to the border zone than the border zone is to us, although that risk has diminished significantly.
Like those restrictions, and secondly, are you worried about, there have been reports that people are going in and out? There was someone who went to a fly-in restaurant and allegedly went to a Queensland restaurant a number of days later and was cited in both those areas. Quite a big pre-lockdown, I might add. Are there concerns about that happening now that lockdown is lifted?
Right. When the lockdown is lifted, as I've said, our risk, we've assessed, has been substantially less. It will then be up to New South Wales what they do on their side of the border. But once our lockdown has lifted, people in Queensland can move across for essential reasons. So going to a restaurant would not normally be an essential reason. Of course it will, because there's major risks all through regional New South Wales. Indeed, Newcastle has become an area of great concern. Yesterday they'd had 11 cases or more associated with Newcastle, mainly associated with the university there. And that's led to the seeding in Armidale, so that's a risk. Then Bowral's a risk down in that area multiple areas through regional New South Wales that have become a risk, which is not surprising given their large numbers and their cluster now. There's lots of masks. You can buy these masks everywhere now. Yeah. There's plenty of masks. Yes, for the next 3 days. Except, of course, for vulnerable children, and it's up to the principal to determine who a vulnerable child is. They know their children, and for the children of essential workers.
Speaking of travel around Queensland, obviously the Premier said now's not time to travel from the southeast to other parts of Queensland. Is that a restriction or advice?
That is very, very strong advice. And look where we've come recently with strong advice and people following it. So people need to just think about the reasons they need to do things. And that's what they've been doing so brilliantly in the last 8 days.
That people, say from Brisbane, might like the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast as like a post-lockdown kind of holiday. Is there concerns there, or because we've all been part of this lockdown, is that okay?
Good morning, everyone. Obviously, students that are in high school will probably already have masks. That's been a requirement of the lockdown. So they should make sure they bring those masks with them tomorrow when high schools open. All adults in schools and early childhood learning centres will be required, in some early childhood areas, kindy will be required to wear the masks. At this stage, it is not mandatory for primary school students to wear masks, but in an abundance of caution, we have ordered smaller masks, as the DP demonstrated this morning, so that if students do want to wear them, they can certainly do so in an abundance of caution.
Given that we saw more than a third of the cases were kids under 10, that primary school kids aren't wearing masks, or won't do what is compulsory for them to wear masks?
Yeah, obviously we've looked at this very closely, and the Chief Health Officer's advice, and right around Australia, even at a national cabinet, is consistent. High school students to wear masks, or adults to wear masks, but primary school students at this stage will be voluntary.
I might stop the stream there. Chat, it's just not feeling it. I don't know why. Maybe because I feel shit. I haven't had enough sleep. I need to go and try to have a sleep a bit later. I'm hoping that Caleb might wake up in a minute so I can have my bed back. We'll see what happens. Alright, see ya.
Yes, I think it's just a common sense approach. Sometimes it is very difficult to have young